Welcome folks, I'm Michael Washburn here at Blackberry Farm, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what you could do with your patio at the house. I know a few of us might be stuck at home and only have a patio to work with, but there's plenty you can do on it. I think the most important thing, or one of the best things you can do on your patio, is start with some herbs. I know we can get some other produce and whatnot, but to jazz it up, to make everything taste better, some herbs will definitely work. So all those you could do in a container. In here we've got various herbs. We have thyme, we have rosemary, another good one is parsley, and sage are good ones. And all those can be in their own separate pots out on your patio that you can just pick and as you need for the kitchen. So parsley is a good one. Right now is a great time to plant some parsley, and it'll last you all through the summer, and it won't go to seed for quite some time, so that's one you can continue to pick on. Thyme's another great one. We use that a lot here. We go through quite a bit of thyme, but it's a perennial plant. In most regions you could just leave it outside and it'll do just fine. Any of those areas in the world you're worried about it getting too cold, which would be a lot colder than it is here in Tennessee, anything you have in pots you could bring inside. Rosemary would be one for the northern climates. You could go ahead and bring that in and kind of baby it through the winter and set it back out. But down here in Tennessee, for the most part, our rosemary will make it through, but it does do a lot better in a hoop house, so simulating that would be bringing it inside. And so there's some great uses beyond just the regular rosemary. Your rosemary will flower. You can use the flowers on those. Those are really nice and edible. And then the same thing with sage. Sage is another good one. It'll go through a flowering stage and you can dry that flower and use it for later. Thyme is another great one. If you have an excess amount of thyme, you can go ahead and cut that and dry that and keep that in for the winter months. So that's another great one. Any of those, and rosemary is another great one to go ahead and dry so you can bring it in for the winter months. And then beyond that, cilantro is a great one. Those in the more northern areas could definitely do some cilantro right now, but if you're in a southern climate and your cilantro wants to go to seed right away, it's not a problem, because cilantro going to seed just equals coriander. And so coriander is the seed to cilantro, and then you can take that and bring that inside and use that again in winter. So that's kind of the way we look at things here in Blackberry. It's not just about what's in season now, but it's about what we can utilize later on, especially during the winter months when resources are kind of scarce. But if you plan ahead and save up, you can have plenty of great flavors in the winter as well. So just another little tip, don't forget about that patio. You can get a lot done out there.